So I've run track for a couple of years, and I'm a sprinter, which means that I need to rely on my type 2 explosive muscles. And in order to train these muscle fibers, the workouts necessary are quick, explosive workouts called plyometrics. One of the perfect examples of this would be a power clean. Although we meet in the weight room twice a week at least for track, we haven't had any direct coaching for plyometric movements such as explosive jumps or power cleans. So for this education project, I wanted to teach myself how to power clean on my own. Not only am I getting the knowledge of how to perform a new lift, but what I take out of this I'll be able to apply on the track, and hopefully it'll help me get faster. In order to avoid injury and to get a feel for the movement, I started out with just the 45-pound bar.
And that's why I can't do it. But
I then had to put 5-pound bumper plates, about that big, about this size, exact same size as a 45-pound weight. I had to put those on the bar because a normal range of motion for a power clean is with those 24-inch plates. So I was practicing the wrong way. After a couple days of messing around, I got some actual good footage of me cleaning. I think it was 95 pounds. Yeah, you'll see it right here in the video. But I took that video to the football coach and showed it to him, and he asked for his asked for any tips he could give me, and he pointed out that I didn't keep my elbows up high enough. My elbows were down low, and I needed to pull them up higher, like that. And also that I needed to just work on my front squat, which those are my least favorite exercise to do in the gym. So he also gave me one more tip, and that was to just go out, just do 135 pounds. And I'm not sure if that's the greatest tip he could have given me, but I tried it. I tried it the next day I went out, and you can see right here that it really did not work at all. It was probably the worst advice I've ever gotten, ever. I really think that I should have mastered the movement before I tried to clean 135 pounds. I mean, I did, as you can see, I did clean it, but it was, if you look at my knees, they go way over my toes, and I have no stability, I have no balance. It looks like I'm about to fall over. But so right after I cleaned 135 pounds, there was a guy, a power lifter there, and he was kind enough to give me his advice. He actually said that he won a national powerlifting event when he was a teenager my age. He was about 27 years old, and so he definitely knew what he was talking about. So this is where the two separate advice came in. He immediately told me that it was a terrible idea to try and clean 135 pounds right away. He also instructed me not to catch the bar up in this portion of my hand, but catch it on top right here, because if you catch it right here, it can pull your forearm back and tear some of the extensors in the forearm. Not all the advice that the football coach gave me was bad. Like I said, he told me to work on my front squat, so I began just front squatting about 135 pounds, I think it was, which wasn't too bad. It definitely hurts up here in the clavicle because the knurling on the bar scratches up your neck real good. But as you can see in this video, I'm front squatting 135 pounds for I think 6 reps, and I cleaned it up to get there. So there you go. It shows you that using Anglea Duckworth's 4 steps to obtaining grit, in this case, the power clean, I first already had a passion for weightlifting, and that was through previous bodybuilding experience and training. So each time I went to the gym and power cleaned, I added about 5 pounds to the bar, progressively overloading my strength, so that eventually, at the end of this learning process, I could get to my goal of cleaning 135 pounds, which I did. So I made a daily goal to go up 5 pounds, and it worked for me. I brought a couple of my friends to the gym, Drew Blair including one of them, and I showed them how to do the power clean. This led into Drew Blair being adopted into the holy trinity of the Norton Common YMCA lifting club that includes myself and a couple other friends. And I definitely would not consider myself an expert in the power clean at all. 135, although it was my goal, is still a pretty laughable amount. I definitely have room to improve. I definitely am open to any advice anyone has to give me. But now that I actually know how to power clean, I definitely say it's still not my favorite movement at all. If anything, I have a lot more respect for the power lifters that can pull some heavy numbers on this movement, 200, 300, 400 pounds. That's definitely nothing that I even want to try to do, ever. It's a very scary movement. It's a very dangerous movement. But when utilized correctly, it can be a very powerful movement.